The way we all work is on the verge of a massive shift. And I'm not just talking about some new app or software. This is something much, much bigger. It's about a fundamental change in the intelligence we use to get our jobs done. So let's dive in and figure out what that really means. I mean, think about it. We've been through this cycle before, right? We've gone from steam engines completely changing manufacturing, all the way to the software that's on our desktops right now. Technology has always been reshaping how we work. But what's happening now is different. It feels bigger, and it's definitely coming at us a whole lot faster.
So what if this next big leap isn't just about technology in the traditional sense? What if it's not about a faster machine or a slicker program? What if this time the leap is cognitive, a shift in the actual thinking and decision-making happening at work?
Okay, so to really get our heads around what's happening, we need to focus on one single core idea. This is the big shift. We're moving from a world of AI assistants to a world of AI agents. All right, let's break that down, because it's a really important difference. Think of an AI assistant. It's like a really good tool. It waits for you to give it very specific, step-by-step instructions. You have to tell it exactly what to do and how to do it. But an AI agent, that's totally different. It's proactive. You don't give it instructions, you give it a goal. You say, here's what I want to achieve, and it figures out all the steps on its own. It's really the difference between operating a tool and directing a partner. So what happens when our jobs are suddenly full of these AI partners that can pursue goals? Well, that's where the rubber really meets the road. This is where we start to see the huge real-world impact, a phenomenon that people are calling the great skills redesign. And look, this isn't just some tech blogger's wild theory. The World Economic Forum is all over this. They're tracking this trend, and their prediction is, well, it's huge. They're forecasting a complete structural redesign of the entire global labor market, and it's all being driven by this new wave of agentic AI. So just how big of a redesign are we talking about? Get ready for this number, 39%. By 2030, that's the percentage of a worker's core skills that are expected to be either completely transformed or, frankly, just outdated. We're talking nearly 4 out of every 10 skills you rely on today. This isn't just a software update, folks. This is a fundamental overhaul of what it even means to be a skilled professional. Okay, so when you have a change that big and that fast, it's obviously going to create some major challenges, right? For businesses, for employees, for everyone. And that brings us right to the main obstacle, the big hurdle that everyone is trying to figure out. So what do you think it is? With tech moving this fast, you might guess the biggest barrier is money, or maybe not having the right computer systems, or even just having a bad strategy. But what's the number one thing holding businesses back from navigating this new world? Well, it all comes down to this one powerful idea, the skills gap. That's it. It remains the most significant barrier to business transformation. The real problem isn't the AI itself, it's our human ability to keep up, to adapt, and to actually use it effectively. And the numbers don't lie. Just look at this. A whopping 63% of employers say the skills gap is their number one hurdle. 63%. It's not about budgets, it's not about software licenses, it's about people and whether we have the skills for this new era. This massive skills gap isn't just a problem to solve. It's actually a signpost. It's telling us we've officially crossed a threshold into a brand new era of work. Welcome to Work 4.0. To really appreciate where we're going, it helps to see where we've been. It's a quick journey, right? Work 1.0 was kicked off by mechanization, think steam engines. Then came Work 2.0, powered by electrification. Work 3.0, which most of us grew up in, that was all about software and basic automation. And now we're stepping into Work 4.0, the age of autonomous intelligence. So what exactly is autonomous intelligence? It's crucial to understand this isn't just a fancy word for automation. Here's the easiest way to think about it. Old school automation follows a script you give it. Autonomous intelligence writes its own script. It can understand the context of a situation, coordinate a bunch of different moving parts, and even learn and optimize itself, all without a human babysitting it 24/7. And this brings us to a really crucial takeaway. All that stuff we thought of as high-tech automation for the last 10, 15 years, that's now just table stakes. It's the starting line. In this new era of Work 4.0, that kind of automation is no longer a competitive advantage. It is, quite simply, the baseline. It's what you need just to be allowed in the game. So that leaves us with the big question, doesn't it? The one that's going to define this next chapter for all of us, for every individual, every team, every company. If basic automation is now just the price of entry, then how are we going to compete on intelligence?